The defamation trial of Johnny Depp vs. Amber Heard deemed the actor as the victor and his ex-spouse tainted in a bad light. Many are overjoyed to see the actor reclaim his dignity, but in recent news, it's been revealed that the Pirates of the Caribbean actor himself is much more controversial than we all thought. For today's video, we'll be discussing with you the long list of Johnny Depp's problematic faults. Tune in if you don't want to miss out. For today, let's take a closer look at Johnny Depp's problematic faults. We've put together a list of Johnny Depp's prior questionable behavior to help de-glorify the Pirates of the Caribbean actor and take him down from the immortal pedestal that is stardom and show him for what he is, human, not godlike. For starters, Johnny Depp texted offensive and obscene content. Heard's team brought up instances of Depp's dubious behavior during the ongoing trial. One came from the hacked text she sent to her pal and fellow actor Paul Bettany in June 2013. The following was what the principal character in Edward Scissorhands wrote in his messages. "Let's drown her before we burn her. I will f*** her burnt corpse afterward to make sure she's dead." Additionally, a message from Depp called Vanessa Paradis, his ex-wife and the mother of his children, a French extortionist, was read aloud in court. Another text message from the star to Heard in 2014 stated that he would smack the ugly about before letting her in. The following text from her ex-husband, who described himself on the trip as an angry aggro Injun in a f***ing blackout screaming obscenities and insulting any who got near, was issued as evidence to support a claim made by Heard that Depp was violent on a flight. Depp confirmed in court that these text messages were indeed from him. There are so many more, but these alone are pretty alarming in themselves. Next, there's also the fact that Johnny Depp expressed his support for Roman Polanski. Depp joins a slew of his Hollywood peers in their terrible adoration of Roman Polanski and is sadly not alone in this group. The director fled the US and resided primarily in France while avoiding any nations that have the authority to extradite him to the US after being found guilty in 1977 of sexually assaulting a girl who was just 13 years old. Polanski won an Oscar in 2013 despite committing this crime, which he eventually admitted to doing, as well as other horrible examples of predatory behavior. He's not exactly subtle about it. Since then, other people have come forward to charge the director with abuse. Depp was one of the several who spoke out in favor of the rapist in 2009 when he was placed under house arrest. Depp speculates that there may be some sort of deal being done someplace, or that perhaps there was some small amount of money involved, as to why Polanski's problem has come up again. Depp continued by saying that Roman Polanski is not a predator. He went on to elaborate about the scandalous director's age and how he has 2 lovely children and a woman who he has been with for a very, very long time. According to the actor, he is not out on the street carrying out disgusting acts. Aside from his ex-partners, Depp also has a record of volatile behavior towards others. Let's not forget that the Sweeney Todd actor is accused of not only verbally abusing Ellen Barkin, but also throwing a bottle at her. While many have argued that Depp has not displayed indicators of problematic behavior in his previous relationships, citing Paradis and Winona Ryder as examples, a key witness for Heard is another woman from his past, Ellen Barkin, who had a romantic relationship with Johnny Depp, has shared her own account of the actor wherein she claims it was serious, but he says it was just physical. Barkin, who first met her Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas co-star in 1998, claims that Depp was irate and envious while he was seeing her and once hurled a bottle of wine at her. She might have been hurt, but it's never been confirmed. She is quoted as claiming that there is always an air of violence around him in court documents that included Barkin's testimony as a witness for The Sun in the UK libel action. Aside from that, the actress also stated that her former co-star is also a yeller and verbally abusive. Another ex, Jennifer Grey, who played the lead in Dirty Dancing, attested to similar behavior patterns in her own relationship with Depp in 1989 in The Independent, calling him crazy jealous and paranoid about what I'd been up to while he was away, and asserting that he frequently got into bar fights and was ill-tempered. This next reason is actually enough to cancel Johnny Depp, and yet the actor is still problem-free. Almost, or he doesn't let it get to him, since he's friends with a certain problematic persona as well. Do you have any idea who this controversial figure is? Find out more by tuning in. Another red flag of Johnny Depp is that he's good friends with Marilyn Manson. The relationship between Depp and Marilyn Manson, who has been accused of abusing numerous prior partners sexually, physically, and psychologically, is troubling in and of itself. Just being associated with such a person is problematic enough, similar to how Kanye West continues to collaborate with Manson, but Depp's relationship with the artist, combined with the context of his ongoing libel case against Heard, has, as we predicted, undermined the future experience of abuse for survivors. survivors. It appears that Depp's best friend was motivated by the situation and later sued Evan Rachel Wood for, guess what, defamation. Wow, what a surprise. The fact that Depp's ardent supporters have really stood up for Manson and asserted that he too has been wrongly accused makes the situation even more troubling. Keep in mind that at least 16 women have come forward with the information against the singer, and among those are rape charges. Even while Depp, in particular, has a case for himself being abused, his demeanor in court, which we'll discuss in more detail shortly, and the horrifying glorification and mockery of the litigation have only served to demonize real female survivors of sexual and physical abuse. The New York Post noted that the "I Stand With Marilyn Manson" hashtag was swiftly circulated via Twitter by Johnny Depp's ardent supporters. Award-winning anti-rape campaigner Wagatwe Wanjuki used the stage to sum up the terrible effects of this connection. According to Wanjuki, the lawsuit has become a circus and a source of revenue for some producers and social media platforms. She continued, saying that converting the debate into one over who is or is not the abuser sidelines the crucial issue of survivors' free expression, especially because Manson was already an inspiration to and recently sued outspoken victim and advocate Wood. Moving on to another of his problematic actions, there's also the fact that Johnny Depp exhibited inappropriate behavior in court. While Heard's actions in court might undoubtedly have a bad impact on the jurors' opinions of her, Depp could also have a negative impact. Despite receiving a lot of praise online, the actor's chuckles and scoffs might be fatal to his case. Depp frequently makes crude comments about his ex-wife to his lawyers while doodling, eating, and gorging on gumdrops. Legal professionals believe that the ex-couple's behavior in court could result in losing both cases. You want the jury to sympathize with your client, and they have to be likable for that. If you're acting like this, it's just fun and games that could turn a lot of people off, Virginia lawyer Lee Burlick told Daily Mail in an interview. Burlick continued by saying that Depp's enormous popularity and widespread support is a factor that might also have an impact on it. Will it turn off everyone on the jury as he predicts it will do with some of them? His demeanor in court, an otherwise extremely serious issue, simply serves to further comically sensationalize a lawsuit about abuse. It basically leaves you with a terrible taste in your mouth. Heard is obviously also not exempt. To put it mildly, the worship of Johnny Depp is disturbing. You can still support the actor. In fact, as a victim of assault, you should, but as many feared, the sympathy has swiftly transformed into an uncontrollable craze that chooses to ignore Depp's own wrongdoings. Not only that, but the carnival that was built where a courtroom should have been denigrated the seriousness of the crime, abuse, and the legal system. To be clear for the Depp zealots out there, we're not suggesting that because Johnny isn't a fully wonderful guy, he shouldn't receive support as an abuse survivor. He does. We're suggesting that it's more complicated than just him being an angel and Amber Heard being the devil in human form. Shannon Ashley's piece, "Johnny Depp is a good victim, Amber Heard is not," does a fantastic job of highlighting this. Ashley claimed that nobody she knows would be able to hear Amber Heard on camera and describe her behavior as appropriate. However, the same people who cannot wait to criticize Heard are found continually coming up with justification for Depp's own terrible and yes, toxic behavior. With that, we're wrapping up today's video about the long list of Johnny Depp's problematic faults. What other controversial traits have you noticed about the actor? Let us know in the comments section below. Before you go, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel with the notification bell on for more videos like these. We'll see you next time, and thanks for watching.